Hi, I'm Jennifer with Olympia Piano, and I'd like to thank you for watching. I get a lot of questions about the different things involved in learning the piano, especially from adults who are teaching themselves the piano online. So in this short video, I want to share with you 5 different types of beginner books that you should have if you are serious about learning the piano. And I know that 5 seems a lot, but they all have their certain function. What I'll show you is books that I've used in my studio for over 30 years. These have worked well for me, but they are definitely not the only ones out there. For book type number 1, usually you hear it called a technique book. I prefer to consider it a music fundamentals book. Usually it's called a scale book. This type of book I consider an essential resource, okay? This type of book is normally going to be organized by key, and for each key, you will have the scales with the fingerings and the correct notes. You'll have contrary motion scales. Other elements would include diatonic chords, the chords in a key, primary chords, which is the 1, 4, and 5 chord inversions, different positions of the same chord, cadences or chord progressions, arpeggios in all the different inversions, or 2 octaves. Some include dominant sevenths, arpeggios, and basically these are all really, really important building blocks that you need to know at every level. All right, so book category number 2 is called finger exercises. Sometimes if you're more advanced, it's going to be called etudes. This is a type of book that focuses specifically on the shape of your hand, building strength within all the joints of the fingers, learning which part of the finger you are going to use for what type of music you're playing, working on crossovers, working on agility. Of course, if you're practicing fundamentals, you will be learning some of these finger skills, but I think it's important to have a book that isolates specific aspects of technique. Many teachers and students have asked me over the years, can't I just learn my technique while I'm learning the repertoire? And to those people, I say, yes, you can. But in my experience, I found that isolating and practicing the skills independent of a certain piece of music has given my students and I faster and stronger results. You want to make sure that when you learn a piece of music, you're learning it with correct physical techniques from the beginning. Research has shown that it takes 7 repetitions to get it right the first time, whereas it takes over 23 repetitions to undo it. So that's one of my reasons for learning the technique independently. My favorite technique books are, you probably already know this, I love The Dozen a Day. And yes, I have complete tutorials for all of these 4 books, including downloadable versions of the pink book. The blue book's almost done, and I'm going to do that for the green and orange. So you can just have that downloaded for your own personal use. One of the reasons I love these books so much and continue to use them even after 30 years of teaching is that she takes the most important foundational skills and builds up each exercise upon that skill in a logical fashion. So you're learning all these things and they're just layering and layering on top of each other. She uses fundamentals like we learned in the other book. She incorporates harmony, rhythm, and technique seamlessly, and the skills transfer right over to the repertoire. In just a moment, I'm going to show you what I mean when I say transfer the fundamentals and the finger exercises over to the repertoire. But I want to just share with you a couple other finger exercise books that I like. My other favorite is Boris Berlin's Essential Daily Exercises. There's 20 exercises in here, and each of them is targeted for a specific part of the finger technique. For example, for independence of fingers, for relaxation, for stretching, passing the thumb over in scales. These are specific isolated skills that transfer right over into a piece of music. And then I will also mention, as part of finger exercises, the hand-in is very popular. Honestly, I use it occasionally, depending on the student, because I found that just a combo of the fundamentals plus the finger exercise book generally gets me the results that I want. But Hanon has a lot of great stuff in here. Incidentally, if you're a beginner and you're wondering how much time should I be spending on these, I would say 5 to 10 minutes on each of those elements. So the fundamentals, scales, etc., 5 to 10 minutes, and then finger exercises, 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, now here's what I mean when I say transfer the fundamental skills and the finger exercises into a piece of music. We're gonna go into this wonderful Bach book, piece you might be familiar with, the Minuet in G. So if I weren't studying fundamentals and finger exercises, I would go into this piece of music, look at these notes, and think, okay, G, up a third to B, up a third to D, up a fourth to G. However, if I studied my fundamentals, I'd recognize that, oh, that's an arpeggio in one hand. So I'd recognize the notes right away and also know the physical way in which to play them, because that's what I practiced in my fundamentals. I'm not just going to play note, 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 but I'm going to put them kind of all together in a nice swoop. If we moved to the middle of that piece, left hand has down, up motion, smooth, up. So we put that together, things that I would have practiced in my finger exercises. Hands doing different things. So I won't go on and on, but that's what I mean by transferring these skills. You learn them independently and then you remember, oh, that's what I practiced in that dozen a day exercise, skipping. I already know how to do that. Okay, the third type of book is called a method book. These are the books that you would be assigned to for your piano lesson. So the music tree is a method book I've used a lot. Here's the very first version of that. And what happens is they have the little concept is introduced every couple of pages. Another popular one is Alfred Premier. Sometimes these have different books that kind of go together. So the lesson book would have the concept, and then you'd have the performance book that reinforces that concept. So they're meant to be used in tandem. Of course, I love for adults, I love the Alfred all-in-one course. Actually, currently there is a membership group on my channel with this course where we're just going through literally 1 to 2 pages a lesson. And I like this for adult beginners because it moves a little more quickly and it's very easy to understand and the concepts are solid. The writing of this book is solid. So this is another example. I would call it an accelerated method book. So you could supplement with your fundamentals and your finger exercises with this book. All right, category number 4 of books you should have when you're learning the piano is a music theory book. And this type of book is not really a playing book or finger development book. It's where you dig into the language of music and you learn about the rhythm, the note names, how notes are written on the staff. You learn about chords. You recognize different elements of the piece, different styles of music and how it's created. So examples of what I've used for many years with my students are this wonderful fundamentals of music theory, really clear and great. Keith Snell and Martha Ashley. I find this very, very comprehensive. And if you are doing an exam, which I'm going to talk about doing exams for adult beginners in a separate video, I think it's a great thing. But when you do these exams, there's all these books you can get to prepare for the exam, and they're usually books in the same categories I'm describing. And so these are for the Royal Conservatory. So if you were doing the preparatory exam, you would just get this theory book, give you everything you need to cover for that exam. And it's the people who create these books are brilliant. They are thinking about better and new ways to explain the concepts in a clear fashion. So they're very methodically organized, and I trust the creators of these and these very much. You will find that they're all going to layer together the scales and fundamentals, the finger exercises, the method books, the theory will all layer those concepts so that your learning becomes comprehensive. So now we're in category 5, and these types of books are called repertoire books. These are your piano pieces. There are so many out there. I don't know if you can see, but this whole thing is filled with repertoire books. Sometimes they are organized by composer. One of my favorites, Lyric Preludes in Romantic Style. I love, love, love this book by William Gillock. Sometimes the repertoire books are organized by level. Masterworks Classics, these are classical books. It's going to have concepts that you would learn in those first couple of levels. Here's a repertoire book for the Royal Conservatory series. So there's a bunch of pieces that you can learn for your exams on these. Joy of First Classics, another repertoire book. But literally repertoire books can be anything. So in short, in the repertoire books, you are combining everything you've learned, the fundamentals, the finger exercises, how to execute the notes in that repertoire, the music theory, what key is it in, the method books, what concepts have we learned, thirds, fifths, hands together, etc. So in this repertoire, you develop your confidence in artistry by learning actual pieces and sharing with others if you choose to do that. So I know that 5 was kind of overwhelming, but there are more elements to playing the piano that are up for discussion, such as sight reading, playing by ear, playing from the lead sheet, improvising, accompanying, playing with others, and more. But for now, just start here. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comments. If you watch my videos before, you know I love to know where you're from. And so please leave that in the comments. And as always, thank you for watching.